11 Steps to Unlock Your Creative Power, a manual to boost your projects and life experiences by Gabi Gal, ISBN 9789198465914, all rights registered. Forward, creative power is more than what you can come up and generate. It is about connecting with your very essence, your creative power inside your body. It means connecting to your birth energy, the energy that allows you to create without limits. This book helps you reconnect with your birth energy, the energy that helps you turn on your creative power and create without limitations. Whether you are feeling blocked, impaired, frustrated, or just not going ahead with your projects in life, be it challenges in your relationships, work, or other areas in your life, learning about how to access your creative power is like opening the inner keys for success and accomplishment. Introduction. The inner pathway to your creative power is through accessing your own blueprint on how you can achieve your goals in your life. Our blueprint is often impaired throughout our lives when we search for answers outside ourselves. We learn how to behave, internalize a culture, reason as our parents, and follow institutional requirements to live harmonically. However, often there is an inner imbalance and conflict with our inner being. Our inner being tries to tell us that something does not go right. What is it that does not go right? Sometimes the inner conflicts may lie so deep that we lose track of why we do some things. This may be manifested in, for instance, actions that we should or must do. In our hearts, we actually would choose to do something completely different. Listening to your inner impulses and understanding that they are actually messages from our inner being to course correct or change something we are doing is a beginning of an inner trip into unlocking our creative power and allowing our creative energy flow again. The most comfortable result of not letting your energy flow is if you are trying to fill a gap inside of you with things, buying stuff, having an urge to eat and get fat, or even worse, as putting drugs, alcohol, and cigarettes inside oneself. Or it could be that you try to fill out your inner gap with working too much, or maybe relying on your partner to make you feel good about something you feel incomplete inside yourself. So what is this gap about? This gap is the lack of connection with your creative power. The emptiness is actually a lack of use or incorrect use of your own birth energy, your limitless power to create and express yourself in the world. This emptiness is a sign that you have been so acquainted with looking outside to fill out what you don't have inside. Maybe you have been taught to believe that you don't have anything inside of you. Maybe you have been taught that you are a machine made of different parts, your organs and your brain that works randomly with information selected from the environment and your cells. You may have believed that you didn't know anything when you were born and that instead you were an empty box, having other people fill out with information and teachings on how to survive in a difficult and challenging world. As you start in your maturing process, you may or not realize that there is a part of you that can actually change your life path. There is a part of you that can affect even the most difficult situations you may find yourself into. You can actually influence your own destiny. You can decide on how to change lifestyles, change jobs, go for a relationship that is more supportive and loving, and also develop new interesting projects and so on. There is a part of you that can decide, change your past, and reconstruct your experiences. There is also this part of you that can even change thought patterns and behavior recorded in your brain, is a part of your consciousness as a human being, willing to express itself through your intuition and your creativity. Usually, we learn to develop our logic and rationality, but we are not taught in school how to be more creative. This is because there is usually a lack of knowledge on how to use our right brain hemisphere to create. Instead, most people act as robots, just processing information that they internalize and act upon judgments of their or other people's experiences that has been recorded as possible paths in their brains. Let's say that you got a choice to buy a car. So you may actually think about what your friend Paul said and what your mother explained to you about such an expensive buy. Maybe you start counting and checking how many years you would pay it off and be thinking about possible risks on the way. Maybe you would get unemployed or your bank loan would increase interests. A lot of scenarios come to your mind and your mind starts to paint a terrible experience. So the experience of maybe buying a car becomes a nightmare even before you go to try the car. I am not saying you should not think logically and analyze stuff before you buy them. However, in this situation, if you think instead with your creative power connected to your limitless creativity, you may find other paths that are not within the mind control. Maybe you come up with a wonderful solution of selling your book so you become a millionaire and buy a car you want in cash. Or maybe you decide to import the same car from a country that it is half the price. There are plenty of solutions if you just use your creative power. There is another challenge here. Using your creative power can be achieved, not by order, but through understanding the laws of the universe on how you can make the most of it. Step 1, observation. Accept that you are part of a bigger consciousness that can provide you with solutions and information beyond your conscious mind. When you do that, you start to open yourself to a myriad of thoughts and information that you would never read in books, classes, or from your friends. Reconnecting with your creative power requires first observation. Start observing your thoughts, ideas, and things that push you forward in life. Some of the thoughts you might experience are not so interesting or motivating. They may require you to take actions you may not be willing to deep inside. Some of your thoughts push you forward to another level of understanding of your life and your experiences. Where do they come from? Do they come from your mind? Do they come from your environment? Sometimes we get thoughts that do not come from us. How do you know if the thoughts you have are yours? Have you noticed that when you put yourself in a creative environment or a group of people, you may usually get different ideas or thoughts? Some people even get feelings. Depending on your sensitivity, you may feel bad or good when you are in a group of people. Maybe you are sitting in a cafe and you start feeling a sense of discomfort. Or maybe you start thinking about your inner worries. Or maybe you get an incredible idea to apply for a job you have been postponing or in a place you haven't checked before. This requires observation. Thus, when you observe your thoughts, you observe the origin of your experiences. So you can decide on taking more conscious actions towards where you want to go. If you just take actions without staying in the thoughts and thinking with a detached perspective, you may encounter yourself in a situation where other people's thoughts may manipulate you or even limited by your old perception of your previous life experiences. Want to listen to the whole book? Check my audiobook bundle on my page gabigal.com. Look forward to connect with you there.